Okay, I think I decided for my fabric journal, I'm going to do the accordion fold style. I don't want huge pages, so I'm just going to go with a 6 or so inches tall page by 5 wide. So I've cut this piece of wool that I felted in the washer and dryer. It's just like a dress weight wool. So you could use batting, felt, muslin, whatever fabric you want. So I'm going to use this piece, 30 inches by 6, and I'm going to fold it so that every 5 inches is another page. So I think I'll start at this end and try to fold. Let's see. Put it on the 20, and I'm going to fold and line it up so it's 5 inches. What I'm going to do on the edge for the moment, and I will measure it when I'm done, but I want to make sure I have enough at the beginning. So I'm sticking a pin in the fold so I know that's where the fold is. That's my first 5-inch fold. I typically like to work with small pieces of embroideries or slow stitching, so I think a 5-inch by 6-inch page is just enough for me to stick with the project, not give up. So put a pin in that side. You could use safety pins or straight pins for this. And this is just one method. I got my instructions for this from Daniela Mellon on YouTube. So I'll try to link her channel in the description below so you can go and take a look yourself. And this was from her Stitch the Season book 2022. So it should be pretty easy to find. And she set hers up like this with some quilted fabric. And she has some really good instructions for how to set this up. So this might be a little uneven, but that's okay because I still plan to put another piece that's a cover over top. Okay, so that's our first setup of our book. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to take a heat erasable pen, and wherever I have a pin, I'm going to put a line and make sure that they're evenly spaced. If I could pin straight, that would be good. I'm going to evenly space the lines 5 inches apart, and then I'll know for sure where I'm going to fold them and go from there. I'll be right back. So I've gone through and marked my pages out every 5 inches so that when I fold this, I will know exactly where I want to fold. I've marked it on both sides. This is a heat erasable friction pen, Frixion, however you say that. But I have a set of these, and they're really helpful when you're working with fabric and you want to mark. You can use an iron to erase the ink. Just make sure when you're using fabric, especially like felt, that you test out how hot your fabric can get, how hot you can use an iron to erase these. If an iron doesn't erase and you're afraid to burn or melt your fabric, you can always just take a hot or warm blow dryer and it'll erase the marks. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I'll probably cover it all over with fabric or stitching and it'll blend in. So again, like I said, I'm going to fold these on the lines, and that'll be the start of my pages. I'll get another piece that's going to be the cover. This is probably going to be my cover. It's a little big, and it's okay that I've had some stitching on it. I can always trim this part here as needed to fit over the book, but I'm going to wait to make the cover because just like a paper journal, sometimes the book gets pretty bulky by the time you're done. So I feel like it's best to just make a cover for the book when you're finished. But I'm going to set aside this piece. It could be the cover, and then I have space for this little bird collage. I've done a little more stitching on it, and it's got white around the branches. I put a few feet on the birds, so that'll be a nice cover there. Okay, next would be to decide what I'm going to do on the first page. Since the cover will attach to this, my first page will be right here and page 2 here. So now to decide how I'm going to set that up. That'll be in my next video. Another thing I forgot to mention is that if I wanted to have more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because this will attach to the back, if I wanted more than that in pages, I could always add another piece of wool that's cut the same size, and I could just sew this to this side and add more pages that way. So by waiting to make the cover, I have the option to have this to be an expandable book, and I could add more pages. So that's something to think about when you're constructing your fabric book. Hope you enjoy this Stitch in Time challenge. Bye.